Ayan. Let's start. Walang yung ano. Okay. Oh, slow connected. Hi guys, welcome to our live stream today, December 7, 2020. But before we start our weekly analysis, let's try to discuss first how to use a divergence indicator. Because divergence indicator is actually my most favorite indicator if ever I use an indicator. So if you want to add indicators in your chart, trading view chart, just click the indicators and the strategies, and then let's look for divergence indicator. So that's it. And then click that. After you click that, let me just hide that one. This will show in your chart the divergence indicator. This is actually the default settings. So if you want to change it, just go to settings, and then you can change the color of it. Like for example, the RSI, because divergence indicator is using the RSI. So you can change the color. So just pick the color that you want. And then we have 4 labels here, which is this one, hidden bearish, and then a regular bearish, a regular bullish, and then hidden bullish. We will discuss later what's the difference between the regular bearish and of course the hidden bearish, because normally you will encounter this in your trades. And then what else? Let's look at again the other settings. I mean the settings. And then here at the middle line, or here, I should say here, that's actually a 50. This is the default settings. Overbought level at 70 and then oversold at 30. If you want to change that, you can also change that, or you can just unclick it or uncheck it, because you also have a reference here at the right side. So yeah, it depends on you on how you set up the settings. So I'll just delete it, and then let me show you the divergence indicator of my setup. So there, I just changed the color, and you can see there is a bear and a bull here. So normally that's what you will be looking for. And aside from that, of course, the convergence, because in trading, we have 3 possible scenarios. So the price action versus whatever indicator you're using. So let me just, where is the height of this? There. So we have convergence. 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 Convergence means that the movement of the price is equal to movement of or direction of the indicator. In the indicator, or the direction of the price, I'll just change it. direction of the price equals direction of indicator. So, like for example, if the price is going up, like for example this one, if the price is, the indicator if is going up, the price also going up. So that's an example of convergence. Like for example, this one is going up and it's going up. This area, it's the divergence indicator or whatever indicator you're using is going down, while here it's also going down. So that's an example of convergence. So now let's move on to the others, the other two, the bearish and the bullish, or I should say the divergence, because divergence have two different types: the regular divergence and the hidden divergence. So what's its difference? So let me just divergence. When we say divergence, the direction of the price is not the same as the direction of the indicator. So it means that there is a possible up on the price, and while the indicator is going up, down. So direction of the price is not the same as the indicator. So there. So they are not equal. They are divided. So what are the different directions? Anyway, so we have, of course, the downtrend. So here you can see that the highs is going down. Also, same with the lows. Sorry. So the downtrend, the uptrend. So here the price is going up. The highs is going up, and at the same times the lows are going up or going higher. And then of course we have the trendless. Uh, so it just move within this range, or actually it's also called consolidation. So that's the different direction. So let me just delete that. So let me just add again let me just add. So divergence have two types. We have the hidden, hidden divergence, and the regular divergence. So in hidden divergence, we have, of course, the bearish divergence, and of course the bullish divergence. So hidden, bullish divergence, and then we have the hidden bearish divergence. And then for regular divergence, also same here, the regular bullish divergence, and of course the regular bearish divergence. We just change the hidden to regular. So let me just change it to regular. Oh, there, and then regular. So that's it. So what's when we say hidden divergence, hidden, the price is the indicator follows the direction of the price. So while here, regular divergence, the price follows the direction of the indicator. Whatever indicator you're using, like for example, if you're using on balance volume, you can also use this convergence and of course divergence types. Let me just there. So when we say, yeah, I think that's it. When we say hidden bullish divergence, we will also look at the price, and then the, like for example here, hidden bullish divergence indicator follows the direction of the price. So price is going up while the indicator, whatever indicator it is, indicator is going down. Then eventually the indicator will go up. So that's the hidden bullish divergence. So the leader here is the price. So here we'll just change that. So the price is going, instead of going up, it's going down. And then while the indicator is going up, the indicator will go down. Oh, let me just complete that. Oh, go down. And here, down. So here in a regular divergence, we can just actually copy this and then we'll just change it. We'll just change the price to indicator. Indicator is going up while the price is going down. Then eventually the price will go up. And then, yeah, we'll just copy this one again and then we'll just change this one. Instead of going up, it's of course going down because it's a bearish while the price is going up. And then eventually the price will go down. So, oh, just, also, oh, there's a lot of words. So I think in simpler terms, convergence, they have the same direction, and then divergence directions are divided, and then eventually the other will follow the other. So it depends on what types the divergence is. So here in divergence indicator, how I use it. First, of course, since it's using the RSI, of course, we can spot the overbought and, of course, oversold territory. Normally, I use, as what I mentioned, I normally use 80 as overbought and 20 as oversold. But since we have the indicator here, a regular or even hidden, we can actually also use this because regular bearish area is also the same as the hidden bearish area. Same with here. They have just the same value. So I'll just put the regular bearish here. But if you want to show it, yeah, you can just, like for example, this one. See, they have the same value. So I just want to see 3 at least. So I hide the others. So if it's approaching, normally I trade at extreme. So if it's approaching or it's already above the regular bearish area, which is 83.88, I'll be expecting a possible bearish there. And normally I'll go short on that area. When the RSI is at the middle, I normally don't trade here because I want to trade the extremes so that at least the possible return will also be higher. So no trade area at this area. When the RSI is below this regular bullish area, which is a 55.45 or lower than 20, that's the time that I will possibly go long. So that's the first one, and of course you can spot the different divergence here. Anyway, let me just unhide it, and then here the text I'll just delete that because we will show here the I don't know if actually we can. Oh, I use different text, so if I hide it, possibly it will not. It will still shows the others. So let me just delete all. I mean remove all the drawings. So like for example this area, you can see that there is a bear here. So what kind of divergence it is, or possible convergence also. Oh, I mean since divergence indicator, it's only showing the possible divergence. So this is, let me just check on the RSI value, which is 84, and this one is 83.88. So the divergence indicator here is actually going down. So just actually a few, because this is 84 and this is 83.88. So it's actually going down. Oh, it's actually going down at this area. So how about the price? The price here is from here to here, it's actually going up. However, since it's a bear, so expect a possible correction, or possibly it will go down. So that's the time that you will sell or go short. So yeah, so that's it, how you use this bear divergence. So now let's move on the bullish divergence. So you can just see the bullish divergence here. So let me just delete it again, and let's try to look for some bullish divergence. So actually this area is, let me just, 55.61, and then here is actually 55.61, and this is 55.61, and then 55.45. So 61 to 45. So that's actually a very critical, just because just two candles. So actually that's going down. But if you look at here, actually this is a very interesting also. Just two candles, you can see that it's going up. So the low of this is 16,200, while this is 16,400. So you already possibly expect a possible reversal, and actually it's look like almost a doji, because this is not a doji, just almost, because the open is 17 and the close is 17 also, but there is a few dollar difference. So it's a possible bullish that confirmed after this candle. So that's actually what kind of divergence it is. It's actually a hidden bullish divergence. So some of the divergence indicator are not also showing it. So yeah, as much as possible, you should also know how to spot such. So it's also very important to look at this area. If it's already below the possible bullish area or the possible bearish area. So that's it. And you can also look at the other bulls here. So that's normally how I use it. And of course, you can also use it as possible support and resistance. Like for example, this area. So you can just plot a trend line there, and possibly this will be the support area for the RSI or divergence. So also here, as just that for here, cannot make a trend line here. So I'll just use it there. So since I use it there, because this one is a consolidation phase here, or just a trendless area. So if this holds this within this previous divergence indicator area of around 55, possibly we can see an upside here on the price. So let's see if it holds or if it will break down this support I'm looking at. So you can also use that as a possible support area, and of course a possible resistance, like for example this one. Oh, so you can see that at this area there's already a breakout here, and then it continues to, after that breakout, it still consolidate or pull back a bit before it continues to trend higher. So you can always use that also as a possible resistance. So I think that's it. Because normally I just look at the bearish and the bullish area. I don't trade at the middle. Currently 19,200. Okay. So now let's move on to our weekly market drop of Bitcoin. So this time I will use the candlestick. Did I use this one? So I will use the weekly time frame since it just ended early this morning, 8 a.m. Philippine time. So if you look at Bitcoin, you can see that, just look at the RSI itself. It's already at overbought area. However, if you look at the divergence indicator, I mean, the highest is actually 90.91, and this one is, wait, let me just see which is the highest here. I think this one. So 90.91 31. So this area is 90.53. So that's the highest, I think, 90.31. So around that area, close to 91%. I mean 91. So which is this area. So since the week has just started, so you can see that direction is just flat. So it's a trendless at the moment. So let's see how it goes. And on the price, wait, let me just. So that's the possible resistance, the 91. And here, possibly this one. I'll use this one, the previous resistance, and possibly become the support area, which is the 78. A breakdown to that area, of course, possibly will. You can use that as a possible next support area. So let's see how it goes. For this one, oh, I think I did not mention the, anyway, let me just add a long-term view here on Bitcoin. So this is a triangle, and normally a triangle, you just measure the height of it and put that after it break that area. So either a breakout or a breakdown. So since it break out at this area, we will copy that and put it at the breakout, which is this area. So my long-term target is this area, which is around the 28,000 or close to 30,000 level. But currently it's already at resistance. Wait, let me just. So here is. So that is the resistance I'm looking at, the body. You have here we have two candles here, the top of that of their body, and that will be my resistance, which is close to 19,500 area. Break out to that level, we can actually we can just use this possible fib area. We can just actually use that. So possibly that 23 area as a next possible target. So this one is the, yeah, possibly that area, and the 28 area is actually more, or the 30,000 is the 1.618. Normally I use the 1.618 as a target, or anything at 0.618. Normally I use it as a target. So anyway, so possibly that area. So as I mentioned, that's why I've mentioned close to 30,000 area, because that's actually my target, my personal target. So let's see how it goes, and then yeah, of course, if it failed to break out at this area, if it failed to break out at this area, that's actually a possible double top. So let's see if it break out or a break down. So what's the support I'm looking at? Of course, yeah, let me just show you the CMC futures chart. We actually have a 17,000, the 3 hours. We have actually a very big gap at this area, which is the 16,980. So worst case, that's actually the possible strong support I'm looking at. That CMC gap. Worst case. So let's go back to our chart. Did I use it? Oh, weekly chart. So we'll just write here the CMC gap. So which is around this area. So here is 16,980 or close to 17,000, the CMC gap. Actually, as I mentioned in my previous videos, I have a possible long, I posted a long position at 17,000 area. Just a test long if ever the market reverses. That's actually close to 0.786 fib. So I think that's it for now. Of course, you can use the other fib levels if ever it will break down at this CMC gap. But for now, I think we'll just use the CMC gap. Anyway, the levels here are here, so you can just check it out. 0.618 is 13,800, and then 0.382 10,080 if ever. So anyway, I hide the, actually I'm not using the 50 area because I normally, as I mentioned, I trade the extremes. So as you can see in the divergence indicator, I don't trade at the middle. So that 50 fib, I normally don't trade at that area. So I think that's it for now. Anyway, let's look at the 3 hours time frame. There's actually a lot of, anyway, let me just can we see I'm just looking at it. If there is, it's actually very, um, okay. That's also the previous tops there, here at this area. So it's not the worst case, the 17,000, but if it really, there's really a dump, yeah, possibly also this one. But I think, yeah, I'll just stick to this area as the possible support I'm looking at, the CMC gap. So let's see. Now let's try to look at this one, 3 hours time frame. Because normally I trade using this out, using 3 hours. If ever I scalp 30 minutes, swing 3 hours. Oh, it's already 19,000. What's my alarm? Oh, yeah, I remember. My alarm is actually the Ethereum. Anyway, I thought I have alarm here at a BTC. So let me just, there's a lot of lines, so we can just remove that. So normally, as I've mentioned, I just trade normally using the price action. So let's try to look at it. We'll just add the divergence indicator later on. Actually, there is a doji here. And that's a doji. Oh, no, it's not a doji. But it looks like a doji. Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember my. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 5. This area is already a doji here. This area. So since that's a doji, I will use that as the resistance I'm looking at. Actually, this is a more stronger resistance because if it try to retest this 19,400, yeah, it rejects that area or it pull back. So this is actually a very strong resistance area. I'm looking at the 19,400 levels. Because how many times? 1, 2, and then this area, and then this area. So for it to continue to trend higher, it needs to solidly break that 19,400 area. A breakout to that 19,400, possibly the next resistance, which is 19,720 or around the 19,700 area. And then you can just add the fib here. You can just extend it from here, which is what we are looking at is the 1.618, which is close to 23,000, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let me just. Yeah, close to that area if continues. But of course, it need to retest first that area, 19,720. That's the resistance to break. And then possibly the 20,000 area. And then to 21,000. Actually, I still have a position here, but I already got stopped out. So anyway, let's see. Because currently I'm trading this Ethereum, what else? Litecoin and XMR. So let's see. Anyway, the support I'm looking at is at this area. The 19,000 break down to that 19,000, possibly this area. The 18,600 area. And of course, yeah, if it continues to trend lower, possibly fill the CMC gap, which is at a 17,000 area. So you should alarm at least at this 18,600 area. Because currently I don't have an alarm for BTC. So 16,980. That's the CMC gap. So actually close to that average. Oh, okay. I'll just put some text. CMC gap. So worst case here at this area. So let's see how it goes. For BTC, let me just, yeah, because since the RSI at the middle, normally I don't trade at these areas. So I'll just wait for it to move above the regular bearish or below this bullish area. However, as you can see, possibly seems like it's wait, let me this area is but as you can see, seems like it's trending higher. However, the price here is trending lower, and that could be a dragon. I mean, no, it's possibly a doji or like this. What kind of doji is that? Really, 19,100 currently. So let's see how it goes for BTC. Seems like it is trying to break this 19,400, but it seems like it's getting hard to break that area. So with that, yeah, I'll just wait for a more clearer direction of the Bitcoin at the moment. So let's see, because currently I have a possible long, or I posted long at CMC gap, which is a 17,000 area. I just round it off to 17,000. So let's see if that will be filled or it will continue to trend higher. So now let's move on to what else? Ethereum. Oh, I should say the BTC dominance. So we'll use the weekly time frame and then possibly the lower time frames. Actually, it's the RSI or Divergence Indicator, or the RSI is just at the middle of this, or just 53 area. So as you can see, it's just like a doji here, so it does not know where to trend. But you can just possibly use this one. So it's almost close to the support area actually. And possibly that area. So I think it could trade within this range, within this possible range before it break out there or possibly break down. So let's see. Even this, actually even this divergence indicator, it's also a flat indicator. So at the moment, yeah, I think it will not help us. Anyway, let's try to look at the 3 hours time frame. Oh, anyway, let's try to look at this daily time frame first before we go to the 3 hours time frame. So it's actually getting closer to a regular bullish divergence area. So actually here, trending high, trending high. This is actually the consolidation, the trendless area. And trading above that trendless area. So let's see, as long as it hold at this area or above this trendless area of around the 63.35, I'm still more bullish if it holds at that area. So let's see. let's try to look at the 3 hours time frame. 3 hours, just delete that. There's a lot of lines already. So, oh, that's the last. So it's currently retesting the support area. So let's see how it goes. Because if it break out, it break down at this level, possibly this support area, which is the 63 level. We can also try to use this. Actually, using the divergence indicator, you can see that it's already a breakdown. So I expect it to possibly break down also. So let's see how it goes. That's my bias. And the resistance I'm looking at, of course, at this area. On the 3 hours time frame, the 64 area. Oh, it's actually approaching the possible bullish area. So let's see how it goes. Currently, 39 minutes left before this 3 hours candle will close. So I'll just wait for the closing of it. So after that, what else? I think some alts, but I'd like to see this one, XMR first. Oh, oh, seems like a possible. Because actually I also have a current position here. I bought at this area, at this 128 area. I really, however, there's a lot of a selling pressure here. So possibly I'll just close my position. Aside from that, it's already at above this regular bearish area of 60.88. So it could possibly retest this area. The previous resistance that will become the support area. So this one. So it depends where the candle will retest this, but I'm looking at around 134 if ever there is a strong selling pressure. So I think I also need to close my open long position here. Because my TP here is, of course, that area, the 150 area. So that's actually the 3 hours time frame. Yeah, actually my target here is the 150 area for the 3 hours. So this is actually my target area. However, seems like it will pull back first before it will retest at that area. So let's see. The support I'm looking at is, of course, at this previous support. Previous resistance now will become the support area, which is the $133. And it's still within this uptrend area. So that's my swing trade for today. Let me just remove that and look at the longer time frames. Because actually in weekly, there's actually the strong resistance is actually this area using the weekly time frame. because this one there's no yeah, that's really the area I'm looking at using the weekly time frames. So for XMR, actually I'm settling it in XMR because if you're trading futures, you can trade it in stable coins, fiat, or the coin itself. But of course, it depends on the exchange. So actually, the support I'm looking at here is on a weekly time frame is at this area, the 125. Why? Because there is actually a doji, a possible a doji here, or yeah, close to doji. Actually this one is doji. Open and the close is oh, it's not even a doji, but it's like a doji because the doji should be open and the close is equal. But it's also like a cross. So let's see. So of course, using this weekly time frame, I'll just use the possible long position. Actually, just my target is the 150 area. So I'll just wait for pullback before I'll go another transaction. So possibly this medium term target. Possible 87% if it hit this 264 area. So let's see how it goes for XMR. So what else? So if you have some questions, just feel free to ask. Because actually, just for today, yeah. I remember it's not actually the gold. Yeah, it's not actually included in the crypto, but yeah, today I just trade US oil with a while ago. So yeah, there with a TP at 46 area. Since it's a maximum leverage, this is my realized profit from that trade. Actually, my open price or my entry price is what's that? I think wait, let me just where is the just open NDSL? Oh, there 45.54, and then I TP'd at 46, and that's my ROI. I still have a open position with the TP of 48 because I have two TPs there. So anyway, let's look at that. Yeah, really US oil. So if you look at the weekly time frames, I'm just looking at this. Can we just edge high highs? Oh. So it's still within this long-term downtrend area, but currently trending higher. This is the consolidation or trendless area, and then it break out this at that area. So of course, I will use this area as support area, which is the 43 area. Oh, I think that's what I used a while ago in my trades. So stop loss at, where's my top? Oh, I'll just use the lower 45. And possibly the next or the resistance I'm looking at is at this area, the 50 more than $50. Actually, you can use the lower part of it, which is the $50. Yeah. But my TP is just 48. The other half, because I still have open long position. So I'll just change it later on to above my entry price, which is 45.54. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. What's my entry? Yeah, 45.54. So I'll just change my my stop loss later on for the remaining positions that I'm still holding. Actually, this one is the when it goes to a negative territory. So, and then of course at this area, possibly 64 if it breaks at this $50 area. So let's see how it goes for US oil. And of course, possibly this one, the 34 area, if it continues to trend lower after it breaks this 42 area. So this is the support 2, support 1, and then R1, and then resistance 2, the 64 area. On a weekly time frames. But currently, if you look at this divergence indicator, yeah. Oh, it's actually flat since it's just the beginning of the week. But let's see how this possibly changes. But I'm looking at the 62 area as the next resistance area. Of course, the support at, well, I'll just possibly use this one, which is this area around the 55 area. Break down to that level could possibly retest this regular bullish, which is the 43 area. So let's see how it goes for US oil. So anyway, as I've mentioned, if you have not watched my previous videos, I'm normally trading, majority of my trades are cryptocurrencies, commodities, and US indices. I don't trade US stocks or global stocks at the moment. But I do trade Philippine stocks. But yeah, just as seldom I look at it because it's actually performing well, in my opinion. It's actually performing better than the PSEI because uh, I buy at just after the global dump. So just a few days after, because if you're trading stock market, you should know the PER or the valuations is already, if it's already at attractive levels. So I think that's it. I think I cannot share anything more. Yeah. Oh, Waves is still performing better at the moment. Wow. So actually, I also have Waves before. I don't know if I still have Waves in my Waves wallet. But this is what I'm looking at for Waves. Where did I put that? Oh, I think I use. Yeah, actually, I use the Renko chart as possible targets for Waves. So I'm looking at this area, possibly the $18. So that's still a possible 108% if ever it will retest that previous highs. So I think that's it for now. What else? Yeah, let me just, yeah, if you have some comments or chart requests, then feel free to type in the live chat so that at least we can also look at it. And if there's an opportunity to trade that, then possibly we'll also look into that and possibly, yeah, open a position on that. So there you go, guys. Maybe I'll just I think I did not discuss the others, which is the Ethereum and Ethereum XRP, and yeah, because this is the top three top three based on market cap. But let me just make a quick view of this Ethereum using the weekly time frames. So my alarm here is actually at 6:20. Breakout to that 6:20 could possibly retest this area, which is oh, what's which is this area 783 area. The support I'm looking at is using this weekly time frames is of course this area, the 490 area. Actually, that's also this a week there, and here is a very strong resistance now becomes the support area. So I think that's it for Ethereum. Yeah, if you want to look at the shorter time frame, we can also look at the 3 hours time frames. But at 3 hours time frame, there's a doji here and then going down. So let's see if it holds at that area. Because if it failed to hold it there, possibly there. And of course, the target I'm looking at is as breakout to that 620, of course, the possible close to $800 area. So let's see how it goes. Actually, I have an alarm at $620. Because actually, I bought last week after the dump. So normally, I just bought at the extremes. So it's also very important to have your alarms on. So possibly that if it breaks the 620, a solid breakout, not a week. Because at this area, actually, this is just a week using the 3 hours time frame. So I want a solid breakout here at 620 and could possibly retest at the 783 area. If it failed to hold at this support around 565, possibly it will retest at this one, the 490. So let's see how it goes for Ethereum. So actually, I still have an existing long position here. My TP area is still the same, 700 and 800 levels. I think the last one is XRP. Yeah, because I'm using the 3 hours. I'm looking at it. So let me just delete that. So almost 10:30 here, and I fell sleepy also. Because using the weekly time frames, you can see that the next or the resistance, immediate resistance is this area, the 69 area. Breakout to that 69 area could possibly retest the 88 area. And then after that, here at $1 area. So let's see how it goes for XRP. Wait, let me just look at the because it's RSI, even using the weekly time frame, it's already at overbought area. So I'll expect after, but the highest, RSI it reached is 97 area. So was that 97? Here is 90, yeah, 93, and this is 95, yeah, around that area, more than 90, 95.58. So almost close to 97 area. So I think the main catalyst for it that still continues to trend higher is because of Spark airdrop. So if you want to participate in that Spark airdrop, you can go to flare.xyz/supporting exchanges. You can see here the different exchanges at that support its airdrop. So yeah, you can just go over it. For my fellow kababayans that use a local virtual currency exchange, actually they are not included here. So if you want to get that Spark airdrop, you can just look at this website, flare.xyz/supporting exchanges. And you can see the different exchanges and wallets here. And then you can transfer that. Snapshot is December 12:00 UTC, or in Philippine time that's 8 o'clock. But as much as possible, transfer it to this participating exchanges before that airdrop, so that at least you are included in that airdrop. So the support I'm looking at here is this area, possibly that 58 cents. A breakdown to that 58 cents, of course, this area, possibly the 46 cents. And please take note, on a weekly time frame, it's already at, for me, it's already at overbought territory. It could still trend higher, but anything above it, or maybe after the airdrop, because I'm also holding it for that airdrop, possibly after that airdrop or the snapshot, I will also sell. So let's see how it goes for XRP, and let's try to check out the lower time frames, which is the 3 hours. Yeah. Yeah, currently just 60 cents, and yeah, at the middle or neutral RSI. So yeah, I'll just wait for a breakout or a breakdown from here. Though actually personally I'm accumulating XRP for long-term hold with a possible target of um, all-time high, or actually even more than all-time high. Because versus BTC, Ethereum, and XRP, at the best returns or the higher return if it reach the all-time high and BTC reach 30,000 is XRP. So that's actually one of the reasons aside from the airdrop itself. So for XRP, I'm not trading the futures. I'm just trading the spot or just buy and hold personally. So let's see how it goes for, wow, Waves is looking better. Wait, let me just check if there are news here. Waves. No, just the TA. Actually, just the TA here. Hmm. So I think that's it, guys. For today. Wow, Netflix. What are the tech stocks? Oh, Tesla. It's already trading at $618. How about the Apple? Okay. What else did I trade today? Oh, I trade the natural gas, I think. US oil, natural gas, and gold. Yeah, I trade. And also this silver. That's actually my trades for today. And of course, the US oil and this XMR LTC. So I think that's it, guys. If you have some comments, just feel free to message me here in the trading view or in my social media channels. And yeah, disclaimer, guys, trading and investing have risks, so always trade with caution. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. See you again next time. And happy trading. Enjoy trading. So there, ganda ng waves ah. So I think that's it. Tech stocks on the move. Let's look at Nasdaq because oh, okay. That's why. Tech stocks. Normally I trade Nasdaq. But maybe some other time. This is gold in 3 hours time frame. So let me just delete that, and we can actually look at the weekly time frame here. Oh wow, that's actually a very a bullish candle there. Actually, I'm expecting a possible uh, cup cup and handle here with a possible target, of course, at these areas. So there and that one. So where is the middle of that is this area. So I'll just put that at breakout here, which is that's actually my long-term target here for gold. So I just opened a long position a while ago, just a few hours before I stream. So that's the handle I'm looking at, and I'm waiting for that breakout at this handle. So it's for me, it's possibly forming a cup and handle, and this cup and handle with a possible target here around 2,800. So actually most of my transactions also here are long, though I do have a short sometimes if I scalp. So let's see if it breaks this a very critical area of around 1,928. So let's see, but of course it depends where the candle will try to retest this resistance area. So let's see. I want to see a solid breakout for me too, or yeah, actually even at this one. Solid breakout to that previous highs. So that's my target, 2,800 levels. And of course, the support I'm looking at is this area using the weekly time frame, which is 1,776 area. So there you go, guys. If you have if you have no questions, then I'll end this stream. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. See you again on Wednesday. Actually, I wrote here every Monday to Friday, but I think we'll just do the stream every MWF. I think that's a lot but better because normally trends not much changes except for some major once. So let's just do it every other day. So I think that's it, guys. See you again on Wednesday. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. So on Wednesday, we can actually discuss how to use the Bollinger Band in our trading. But normally, if you just know how to use the price action itself, I think that's also more than good enough, in my opinion. Because normally, I just use that in my own personal trades. So there you go, guys. See you again on Wednesday around 2 p.m. Philippine time. See you next time, 2 p.m. Philippine time. See you next time. I mean, see you on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Philippine time for English, and 10 a.m. Philippine time for Filipino.